Not a cloud in the sky out here in the patio right now, but that's all going to change as we track alert day conditions, especially for Wednesday for severe weather, and the ingredient that hopefully will help keep the severe weather at bay.
I'm Armand Rahman here from a small Latino jewelry store owner picking up the pieces after she says people broke into her store over the weekend.
And it was an ugly home opener for the Brewers. We're live at AmFam Field with what went wrong.
That's all coming up on News 3 now at 6. Well, good evening and thanks for having us in. We begin tonight with the weather, where some strong storms are moving toward southern Wisconsin, and those storms are expected to arrive sometime tomorrow night. For more on these upcoming conditions, let's check in with Chief Meteorologist Alex Harrington with your first warn forecast. Alex?
Brady, again, as I was just mentioning here at the start of the show, not even a cloud in the sky. You wouldn't know that adverse weather conditions are 24 hours away from southern Wisconsin, with the main focus late Tuesday night going into Wednesday for strong to severe thunderstorm activity. Large hail is going to be the main threat along with damaging winds, but let's break down part one that starts just before the thunderstorms. This will be Tuesday night from about 6-7 o'clock lasting through the early morning hours. On Wednesday, rain, wet snow, some reduced visibility, some slushy snow accumulation, and then the thunderstorms late, right around daybreak as we go into part two. This is through Wednesday afternoon. Hail and strong winds, as I just mentioned, be the main threats. If we get warm enough, the isolated tornado risk increases, and hopefully that doesn't occur. Coming up in Maine weather, we're going to use Future Track to show you those temperatures and also take you through the storm. Right now, no stormy conditions whatsoever. A little on the cool side, 43 in Madison, 47 to the west in the Wisconsin River Valley, 46 in Middleton, and 46 to the southeast in Edgerton. And overall, a beautiful evening, light winds, clear skies, temperatures in the 30s when you join us at 10. But the very latest breakdown on alert day, Tuesday night going into Wednesday in just a few minutes.
Thank you, Alex. And you can track the forecast for yourself on the First Warned Weather app. It has hourly planners, road conditions, and radar. You can download it for free in your phone's app store. Just search WISC Weather. A burglary at a jewelry shop on Madison's west side has left the business owner without some high-end pieces and uncertain of her shop's future. Armand Rahman spoke with her about what's next.
Normally, this jewelry store on Madison's west side would have opened at 10 a.m. on Monday, but after a break-in over the weekend, owners say they need some time to rebuild.
We did find this little cross when we were picking everything up.
Rosalina Perez is holding onto hope.
So my mom is very happy that it was one of the things that they left behind, so she put it on right away.
As she's left still figuring out how much thieves took from her Sunday afternoon.
They took of everything, like repairs, stuff that she was gonna put out, like a lot of the things that she had plans for, they took.
Rosalina and her daughter, Lily Martinez, say the suspect or suspects sawed through the back wall of Joyeria y Regalos Rossi with a chainsaw.
Basically, like, they came in through that hole.
The family says items were only taken from the back, but they had high value.
She's just asking for her customers to contact the store if they have anything here that they had repairs. She's very aware that they have to receive any special orders that they had, so she will work on that.
Perez says she considers her customers her friends.
She's very good with customers, so it was really easy for her to gain popularity within our Latino community here.
So for now, they are her priority.
Solo quiero agradecer a todos mis clientes, ¿verdad? Y que me ayudaron, me apoyaron. Y yo me voy comunicando con ellos.
She'll communicate with all her customers. She's very grateful for all the support she's gotten so far. After that, she will see whether she's willing to open up again.
Police tell me the suspect or suspects broke into multiple neighboring businesses to get into the jewelry store. Reporting in Madison, Armand Rahman, News 3 Now.
Thank you, Armand. And the case has been assigned to Madison Police's Burglary Crimes Unit. We'll share more information from police when it becomes available. We now know the name of the man stabbed to death over the weekend in Madison. The medical examiner says 40-year-old Nicholas C. Velasquez died at the scene of the stabbing on North Midvale Boulevard. Police say Velasquez's 17-year-old son allegedly admitted to stabbing him to death on Saturday morning after getting into an argument. The teenager is in jail facing a reckless homicide charge. Velasquez's official cause and manner of death are still pending. A man is in jail this afternoon after allegedly threatening someone with a knife on UW's campus. Overnight, UW PD sent out an alert to students telling them to avoid the area of East Campus Mall. Police say a man with a knife approached someone and verbally threatened them. No one got hurt, though, and police released an update this morning saying the man is facing a charge of disorderly conduct with a dangerous weapon. He has no affiliation with UW. Right now, someone is in the hospital after a car hit them yesterday. At about 3:30 Sunday afternoon, Madison fire crews responded to South Stoughton Road at Highway 12 eastbound exit. A speeding car hit someone. MFD says first responders took the pedestrian to the UW hospital with significant injuries. Police say they located the driver and questioned the driver. No word on any arrests. Well, tomorrow, Wisconsinites will head to the polls to vote on some key races that'll impact the future of the state. So here's what you'll need when you go to vote. Wisconsin law requires you to bring a valid photo ID in order to vote, and that can be a Wisconsin driver's license, a DOT-issued identification card, a passport, or a military ID card from the U.S. Uniformed Services. Both candidates for the Wisconsin Supreme Court made trips to Madison on the eve of the spring election, and that's because Dane County will play a vital role in tomorrow's election. Political reporter Will Keneally shows us what it looks like.
Yeah, joining you from inside the Majestic Theater tonight. Now, when you think about the Democratic hotspots in Wisconsin, you think of Madison here, Dane County, and Milwaukee County, certainly. But here in Dane County, on the Republican side, the county actually has, by the raw vote totals, the third highest number of Republican votes in the entire state. And that's why conservative state Supreme Court candidate Brad Schimmel met with volunteers at the county GOP offices this morning to get out the vote in this crucial county.
The offices are filled with people making phone calls and sending emails. And there's crews of teams going out to knock on doors. You guys are outnumbered here, more than anywhere else in the state, but you are the fiercest.
That's on the Republican side. Now, on the Democratic side, this map here shows last November's election results by number of Democratic voters. And you can see many of the cities in Dane County highlight there. That's where Democrats are going to want to turn out the votes. Which, of course, brings us here to the Majestic, where in just a few minutes on the stage here behind me, Liberal Supreme Court candidate Susan Crawford will hold a rally here in the waning hours of this campaign. And we'll keep you updated on the very latest coming up tonight on News 3 Now at 10. But for now, reporting from downtown Madison, Will Keneally, News 3 Now.
Thank you, Will. Well, the Brewers are back in Milwaukee for their first home series of the 2025 season. It's a day many Brewers fans wait for all year long. But could the Crew send those fans home with a win? Well, Sports Director Zach Hanley is live at American Family Field for a recap of the game. Hey, Zach.
Hey, Brady, you're talking about the fans. Like, this is the day that you wait for as soon as the season's done. The home opener at AmFam Field. So much buildup, so much hype, so much tailgating before the game, and then they took the field, and it was just like, what are we doing here, right? Like, it was 4-0 Royals after 2 innings. It was 10-0 before the Brewers even scored a run. People were leaving early. It was just disappointing. The Brewers fall to 0-4 on the season after losing to the Royals 11-1 in their home opener. It's the first time they start a season 0-4 since the 2015 season. Not a lot of good, but I will tell you this, Brady. The hot dog, if you were guessing that the hot dog was going to win the sausage race, he won. So I hope you had that on your bingo card.
Oh my goodness, I've been wondering. Thank you for clearing that up for me. Now I can get back to the rest of my day. All right, we'll talk to you later, Zach. Thanks. Coming up on News 3 Now at 6, when you can find out about the winner of the Spirit of Service Award, plus a popular tourist attraction returns for a new season. Stick around.
You're watching News 3 Now at 6.
Welcome back, everyone. The Merrimack Ferry is back open for 2025. The Wisconsin Department of Transportation operates the service seasonally to carry Wisconsin Highway 113 traffic across the Wisconsin River between Okie and Columbia County and Merrimack in Sauk County.
So it's very nice, very relaxing.
No, I'm from Madison. I come up here just to ride the ferry.
It's fun for the kids to do and to go to the different ice cream shops that are around and just to ride it and get to see the lake and all the scenery.
The ferry is open 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, and a single crossing takes about 7 minutes. Well, make sure to tune in to News 3 Now this morning on Wednesday. We will announce the winner of our Spirit of Service campaign. One of these 5 veterans will win $5,000 presented by Vortex. Again, that's Wednesday, April 2nd, right here on News 3 Now this morning. Well, still ahead, the high prices of eggs may be beginning to crack. When we come back, some of the reasons why prices are finally going down and why the relief could be short-lived. Plus, alert day conditions are on the way to southern Wisconsin. Alex has the latest radar when we're back.
You're watching News 3 Now at 6.
With Easter just a few weeks away, consumers will be on the hunt for lower egg prices. Last week, the wholesale price for white large eggs fell 26 cents to $3 per dozen, according to the U.S. Department of Agriculture. But prices at the grocery store are nearly double. Here's the good news, though. In the month of March, prices have consistently come down each week, and that's due to a variety of factors. Fewer avian flu cases, a drop in demand, and the Trump administration has pledged $1 billion to help fight the avian flu crisis, including purchasing eggs from other countries like Mexico and Turkey. Here's the bad news. With Easter and Passover coming up, the demand for eggs is expected to rise.
We're expecting that prices will go back up again. Easter is our highest consumption period of the entire year.
Experts are also worried the spring bird migration could make avian flu cases go up. With 23andMe filing for Chapter 11 bankruptcy, many customers have been wondering what's going to happen with their genetic data. While it's unclear what's next for the company, experts say there's a big incentive for corporations and researchers to get their hands on the genetic data. Experts say the genetic data offers huge potential for everything from medical research to even advertising. But on its website, 23andMe says any buyer must comply with laws around handling customer data. While 23andMe says the bankruptcy won't change how it handles user data, privacy advocates and 2 state attorneys general have urged Americans to delete their data on the service. Well, now for some weather data. Quiet today, but that will change tomorrow when storms move through southern Wisconsin. Here's Alex with a complete forecast.
Yeah, all our data suggests strong thunderstorms. Southern Wisconsin Tuesday, late at night towards daybreak on Wednesday, lasting through Wednesday. That's the real focus of our central message with our weather. Hail and strong winds would be the main threats with these thunderstorms. Again, daybreak Wednesday, lasting through the daytime hours on Wednesday. Let's break down the severe weather risks. A 1 out of 5 to the north and west of the Dells, a 2 out of 5 here in Madison, and a 3 out of 5 down towards Beloit over towards the Elkhorn area. You don't shy away from levels starting to get upwards of 3 out of 5. That really means business. But then it all starts as snow, oddly enough. I guess not oddly enough for spring. That mix of wet snow could cause some slushy accumulations, and that will also impact polling tomorrow evening. The rain, the wind, the changeover from the wet snow over to the rain occurring somewhere right around midnight or shortly thereafter. Any slushy accumulations we get will very likely melt very quickly. Thunderstorms then breaking out over Iowa, sweeping into southern Wisconsin throughout the morning hours on Wednesday. Provided we get a bit of a break between some of these thunderstorms, will allow the temperatures to warm on up, which I'm going to show you here in just a moment. That may assist with redevelopment of thunderstorms later Wednesday afternoon going into the evening hours. The good news is by the time we get to late evening hours on Wednesday, it's all out of here. So this severe weather threat would be a daytime severe weather threat, not those severe weather threats that we're kind of used to here in southern Wisconsin lasting into the early morning hours. Snowfall amounts, a slushy ½ inch at most in Madison, an inch up towards the Dells. We'll take this water here, plenty of water with this weather system, 1, maybe an inch and a half, maybe an isolated 2-inch amount with all of the shower and thunderstorm activity. Now here I had been mentioning at 4 and at 5, tune in at 6. This is what we don't want to have happen as we go into Wednesday afternoon. Temperatures cracking into the 60s. If temperatures get into the 60s, this means our warm air from the south is allowing that warm air sector to get up from the south to the north, and that would increase the tornado threat. That's not what we want to have happen. We want to keep that warmer air to the south. Nonetheless, breaking it down again, Tuesday night, rain and wet snow, wind develops, thunderstorms late, that chance of thunderstorms continuing through Wednesday afternoon, and strong winds and hail will be the primary threats, although if those temperatures do get into the 60s, that increases that isolated tornado threat. Temperatures in the 20s tonight, and then as we go into our Tuesday, high temperatures in the mid-40s to right around 50 degrees with cloudy skies, and that will turn into the rain and the snow mix by the time we get to just about this hour tomorrow night on Tuesday before the thunderstorms take hold Wednesday morning, keeping a close eye on how warm our temperatures get on Wednesday, which will make a big impact on the severe weather. Following that weather event, a stretch of quiet conditions with temperatures fairly close to where they should be for this time of year. So we just need to get through Tuesday, going on into Wednesday with that rain-snow mix, but all eyes should be tuned here tomorrow with Savannah in the morning, and then with Blaze in the afternoon, and then myself and Blaze in the evening as we give you the very latest projections on the potential for severe weather as we go late Tuesday night going on into Wednesday. We'll be back in just a couple of moments, folks.
After giving up 36 runs in 3 games and being swept by the Bronx Bombers, the Brewers desperately needed to get home to the friendly confines of AmFam Field for some home cooking. The only problem is that their pitching staff isn't too healthy. 8 arms are injured, which is why Pat Murphy went with Elvin Rodriguez as his home opener starter. And Rodriguez's 27th birthday got off to a rocky start. First inning, Crew already down 1-0. Hunter Renfroe drops one into left to bring in 2 more. Royals jumped out to a 3-run lead after 1, and they'd add to it in the next inning. The solo shot makes it 4-0. Rodriguez lasted 4 innings. He gave up 4 runs on 6 only striking out 3, and it would get much worse from there. The Brewer bats couldn't do anything either, mustering up just 6 hits while striking out 11 times. Brewers fall in their home opener 11-1. It's only the 6th time in franchise history that the Crew has started a season 0-4. When we bring in Andrew Banstra, you and I were watching the game. There wasn't a lot of good that happened today for the Crew.
Yeah, there's just no question about that, Zach. Talk about a brutal start for the Brewers. Last season, they were the only team in the majors to never lose 4 straight games. This year, they start on a 4-game skid, giving up an MLB record 47 runs over their first 4. The team tells me this is unacceptable, but they're also not necessarily worried.
I mean, worry's a waste of time. We just got to get busy. We got great people in that room, and I believe in that room. I believe in this team. You guys can laugh at me if you want, but I believe in this team, and I believe that they'll learn from this.
It's a long season. You know, we're 4 games in. There's a lot of games left to play, so you just got to move on.
I mean, it's just 4 games, but we got to do better. You know, it's unacceptable to do that, you know, over the course of 4 games. There's different kinds of losses, but, you know, we have to do better than that.
William Contreras told us that he is a player that does not like to go out there and lose. So this is about as tough of a start as you could ask for. But Brady, the beautiful thing about baseball is that there's always tomorrow.
Yeah, that is a good attitude. We'll get them next time. All right, thank you, Zach and Andrew. Coming up on News 3 now at 10, Supreme Court candidates Susan Crawford and Brad Schimmel give their final pitches to voters on the eve of the spring election in Wisconsin. Well, Major League Baseball has unveiled a new weapon, the torpedo bat. Well, they're designed with more wood in the area of the bat, most likely to make impact with the ball, giving batters a better chance for base hits and home runs. Major League Baseball has confirmed these bats are legal. The New York Yankees have the most players using these bats, and the team scored a whopping 32 runs in 2 games this weekend against the Milwaukee Brewers. So I guess those bats are something, aren't they?
Well, hopefully we get a home run here on Wednesday in our favor, keeping that warm air that's going to try to come up from the south into southern Wisconsin on Wednesday. Hopefully that's the case, and that will lessen the severe weather risk. But just looking at weather models right now, Brady, it still wants to try to give us that severe weather as we go on into Wednesday. But part one starts tomorrow night. This is rain, wet, snow, and wind first, starting up right around 6 o'clock. So if you're going to be heading out to the polls in the evening, get ready. It's going to be wet. It's going to be windy. Then the thunderstorm threat evolves as we head closer to daybreak on Wednesday. That's Alert Day Part 2. This is through Wednesday afternoon. Best chance for storms right now looking like the morning hours. Hail and strong winds would be the main threats. If we can get a break between some of these storms, if that warm air is allowed to get into southern Wisconsin, Lake Michigan is a prohibiting factor. The morning showers and storms would be a prohibiting factor. Hopefully that ends up being the case, that warm air doesn't get up in here. Otherwise, the isolated tornado risk increases for southern Wisconsin. Following our alert day conditions, Tuesday night going on into Wednesday, we got a glorious stretch of weather here. Quiet, temperatures a bit on the cool side, fairly close to normal at times, especially as we head early Thursday, Friday, and then going out into the middle of next week. So no more alert days in the forecast after Tuesday going into Wednesday.
I think we've earned that.
I think so too.
All right, thanks, Alex. Thanks everyone for spending this time with us. We'll see you back here at 10.